So anyways, ever since the iMac 27-inch has come out, people are going to be wondering, is it worth your money? Well, today I'm going to be comparing it to some all-in-ones offered by HP, Sony, and Dell. I'm pretty sure there's other all-in-ones out there, but these are going to be a little more well-known with the community. So let's see the comparison between them. Now, here's the iMac 27-inch, and we're going to pick the highest end model for this comparison. So let's click over here, 27-inch model, and we're going to go with the i7 since it has hyper-threading, which is impressive. Or I would say you would get 4 virtual cores, I believe. But anyways, moving on. With the 27-inch at 2200, you get an Intel i7, 2.8 GHz, 4 GB of 1066 MHz DDR3, a 1 TB hard drive. You also get a wireless Magic Mouse, an Apple wireless keyboard, and that should be about it. Now let's go with the first comparison, which is the Sony Vaio L Series all-in-one touchscreen. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the closest in terms of specs when it comes comparing to the iMac 27-inch. So let's see what you get right here. So it's starting at $2,000, and let's see what you get with the Sony. Let's look at the hard drive. You also get 1 TB. Okay, the same as the iMac. And graphics card, you get a GT 240M GPU, which isn't that, I'm pretty sure it doesn't come up close with the iMac's 4850, so the iMac wins in that category. The iMac also wins it in terms of resolution. Even though this does to 1920 by 1080, the iMac could do 20, forget the resolution was, 2560 by 1440, I believe. Yeah, I think that's it. And this one's a 24-inch screen, but it's a touch screen, so if you're into multi-touch and all that stuff, the Sony does that, but the iMac is not a touch screen. Personally, I wouldn't like a touch screen on a big monitor. It might be awkward to handle, and you're gonna get a lot of fingerprints. So if you're willing to wipe the screen off often, then I guess you could pick the Sony. And just environmental information, Energy Star. Pretty sure Apple has also the same thing. It's approved by Energy Star or something like that. For a processor, you don't get an i7 or anything. You get an Intel Core 2 Quad Q8400S, which isn't that great when compared to the iMac's i7, but nevertheless, it's still a pretty good processor. Quad core, 4 MB L2 cache, so the iMac excels at that place too. Audio, you get Intel High Definition with Dolby Digital Live. I guess you could say it's on par with the iMac's 27-inch, or maybe even a little higher. It does have wireless networking like Bluetooth, Ethernet protocol, Ethernet speed, the basics, Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if this comes with a keyboard or not, but let's see. We also have built-in Motion Eye, which is basically Sony's camera webcam compared to the iMac's eyesight. And you get Windows 7, and you get 6 GB of it's DDR2. The iMac uses DDR3, which might give it a little advantage over the Sony. And this can max up to 12 GB if you plan to upgrade it. And the iMac will go up to 16 GB, so that's another added bonus for the iMacs. So for $2,000, you're getting an okay all-in-one. Maybe not as fast as the iMac, but it's still pretty good. But in terms of comparing it to the iMac, I would personally choose the iMac. For an additional $200, you get an i7, get DDR3, and you get a better graphics card and higher resolution. So moving on to the HP. Now the HP Touch Smart 600 XT series starts at $1349.99, basically $13.50 US. So let's customize and buy it and see what you could get with it. So you get Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Now the processor. This one does not come with an Intel Core Quad, and I'm pretty sure this is the highest end model they have. So the highest you could go is a 2.93 GHz, which will bump up your price to about $500, which is kind of a lot. So it'll add up to $1,809. Let's see what else you could get with memory. Now this one can only go up to 8 GB of DDR3. Granted, it's using DDR3, but it's not up to the amount of the iMac, and we'll just leave it at that. So let's see, the iMac comes with 4 GB, so we'll leave it at 4 GB DDR3. Hard drive, you get a free upgrade to the 640 GB, but the iMac has a 1 TB, so we'll go with the 1 TB. It's almost already $2,000, so let's go to the graphics card. Now the graphics card, you get the same one as the Sony, I believe, a GT230 Mobile, which isn't that close to the 4850 like I said before. So that's the only graphics they're gonna ship it with. We'll stick with that one. And basic CD networking, you do get wireless and Bluetooth, which is good. And these does come with a mouse and keyboard, just a basic mouse and keyboard. Wireless keyboard and wireless mouse, which is good. So that's about it for the HP.